Hey, survivors, Zfiles here. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the top 10 best mods to make Ark Survival Evolved easier. So coming in number 10 is the High Levels mod. This is a very simple mod. It makes it so that all the creatures will spawn at high levels. They'll spawn in the top third of levels, so if your max creature level is set to 150, then only levels from 100 to 150 will spawn. The lower two thirds, 0 to 50 and 50 to 100, will never be seen again. This will make it much easier to find creatures that are worth taming. Coming in number 9 is Structures Plus. This mod adds a lot of things, but I'll just be focusing on the main 3 things that it adds. So the first thing is the pulling system. So in your inventory, and creatures' inventories, and even storages, and fabricators and stuff like that, you'll have these things up the top. So the first one is this little like expand looking thing. So you can go to crafting and search something that you want to craft. So I'll just go wooden foundation. So then you click on it, and then you can click this one and it'll pull the resources you need to craft it. And my mammoth over there has the resources, and that's where they came from. So I'll just craft this, and you can also pull like enough for 3 of them. You can pull for 3, and then you can craft that many as well. And you can also use this button, which pulls, you can like pull individually. So let's say I want to pull some wood, and then you can see here the things that have it. So the thing with the most wood is the mammoth, so I can just select, I can either select all, or I can select this all up here, so then I'll get everything. But let's say I only want to get a little bit, so I'll just pull 500 from my mammoth, and then you can see in here, then I have the wood. The second thing it adds is the demo gun. So this you can pick up any structure. It doesn't have to be from the mod. So you can just click on it and it'll pull it. You can also switch to, you'll pick it up, and you can also switch to demo mode, and this will destroy things and you'll get the resources back. The third thing that I'll be showing from this mod is the automatic doors and gates. So you can just walk up to them, they'll automatically open, and you can either turn this on and off. Switch to manual means like how it usually is. You can also set the close delay. Right now I have it at 1 second, but you can also do no delay, 5 seconds and 10 seconds. And this works with gates as well. Coming in number 8 is the upgrade station mod. This mod adds the upgrade station and a few other things that allows you to upgrade all of your weapons, tools, armor, and saddles. So the upgrade station can be learnt at just level 1, and it costs 20 hide, 10 metal, 50 stone, and 30 wood, so it's very easy to make. So I have it right here. What you do is you put in items. I have some items here. So you can do attempt upgrade or salvage item. So first I'll attempt the upgrade. I'll just take these resources. Oh yeah, and if you don't have the resources and you don't know what you need, it will come up here saying what you need. So I'll just put in the fiber, wood and metal. Then I can say attempt upgrade. Now it's turned into a ramshackle one. You can keep doing this until it's up to ascendant. So now you have a really good crossbow, and it will cost you quite a lot of materials, but it's still much easier than looking in a bunch of beacons and stuff until you find one. And the other thing is salvage item. So this will just destroy it and you'll get your materials back. You can also get this in the metal variant. I'll just go back to where this is learned. So this is the normal one, and this is the metal one. So this costs 25 crystal, 10 electronics, 120 metal ingots, and 15 polymer. So this one is much more like late game. This one you can make very early on, but this you'll have to be much higher level than 1. So this one has double the amount of slots. As you can see here, 1000 slots. And then over in this one, there's only 500 slots. So that's a pretty good advantage, but for how much more expensive it is, it's not that worth it. But if you can make it, you may as well. And then there's also the blueprint station. That's an add-on. So this, you can put it in an item, and then you click on it and click on create blueprint. It will make a blueprint and salvage the items, same as when you just go in here and salvage item. So you'll get a free blueprint with that. So this is good if you make a Ascendant one or something, and you put it in here, and then you make a blueprint for it, so you can keep making them. And then there's the augment station. So this one, you have all of these you can make. These will upgrade specific attributes of the item. So this one, let's go to a good one. So this one here will increase hypothermic insulation. So if you put this, you make it, and then you click on a piece of clothing, so like a helmet, and then you click augment item on the helmet, then you'll get increased hypothermic insulation, and then you'll be able to survive in hot weather a bit better. And then these two add-ons also have their metal variants. Coming in number 7 is the Dino Patrol mod. This mod allows you to make your creatures travel from place to place on their own. So here I just set up a simple course for my direwolf to take. So as you can see, he just travels around following these little flags. So now I'll show you how it works. So I'll just go over to my crapper. So you type in waypoint, and then you'll get it here. So it only costs 1 fiber and 1 wood, and you can learn it at level 1. So I'll just make this, and I'll place it down here. So when you put it down, it'll just look like this. And you can click add waypoint. Then you get another flag, a waypoint node. So you can place this in another place. And then you can keep doing this until you make a full course that you like. So I'm just going to make my Capra go around the river. I mean, is this a river? The lake, I guess. So then once you do that, you can hold on it, and then you click give route certificate, and then you put this certificate into the creature's inventory, and you press E or just click that from the drop down menu, and then now your creature will have this extra option, Dino Patrol. So you can click start patrolling. That's the first one I'll show. So now he'll just start patrolling it, and you can also make them sprint. So right now it's normal movement. You can change that to always run. It's kind of hard to see right now because it's swimming. So yeah, as you can see, it's running now, and he'll just keep on following this. And then when he gets here, he'll just go again. You can also, oh no, I'm gonna have to get him. To make them stop, you just tell them to stop following. So you can also go, before it was looping, and you can click on it so it's just there and back. Just make him start going again. So now when he gets to the final node, he'll make his way in the opposite direction, so he won't be looping. So this area here, from the start to the final node, he won't go to that. So this mod is really good for protecting bases, aesthetics, and more. Coming in number 6 is another simple mod, and it's classic flies. Back in the early days of Ark, you could upgrade the movement speed on flies, so you could travel around the map super fast, but then they removed that. But with this mod you can do it again. So right now I'm just riding on an RG, and this is its normal speed, and then when it's flying fast, it'll go this fast. Because I pumped a lot of movement speed for this RG. So you can get your flies even faster than this. And Quetzals, the super slow ones that you can build bases on, they'll finally be useful again, because you'll be able to go fast with them. Coming in number 5 is not a single mod, but a whole genre of mods, the stack mods. These make items stack higher and weigh a lot less. These mods are probably the most useful, but I only put them at number 5 because most people already know about them. So in here I just placed a few items. As you saw before, I could stack things very high. As you can see, I have this wood stacked up to 2200. Usually it's only like 200 or something like that. And I also did this with wood, metal, and meat. And so that you can stack lots of meat. They're not only good for harvesting, the stack mods, they'll also prevent food from spoiling so quickly. Usually you can only stack meat to 20. So if you get 200 meat, which is 10 stacks, they'll spoil like 10 at a time. But with stack mods, they'll only spoil 1 at a time because there's so much of them. You can also get huge weight reductions on them, so you won't have to be encumbered all the time. So these mods are great for harvesting, and they're also good for preventing food from spoiling all the time. I'll leave a link to a collection of stack mods in the description, so that you can choose for yourself how high resources can stack, and how heavy they are. The stack mod I use is Stack Me More. Coming in number 4 is Crystal Clear. This makes the water clear instead of dark blue. So I just come in the water here. As you can see, it's super clear. This doesn't just work for oceans, but also rivers and lakes and stuff. Unfortunately, you'll still be able to see the blue particles. Can't see any right here though, because I'm not that deep. If you go deeper, you'll still get those blue particles. So that's one corn. So everything looks a lot nicer, and you can also see a lot further. The ocean usually looks huge, which makes it really scary. But with this mod, you'll see it's not that big, and you can also find creatures very easily. For example, plesiosaurs or mosas. That'll be a lot easier to find with this mod. So this mod is especially useful for just making your way around the oceans and stuff. And it's also good for people who are afraid of the water. Coming in number 3 is the Death Recovery mod. This mod allows you to easily retrieve everything from your corpse, or the bag that's left behind when your corpse is harvested. Type in grave. And here's the normal art grave, learned at level 16. And the one this mod adds is called the personal grave. And it costs all the same resources, and you can learn it at level 0. So you just place this down, like I did, and then I'll just kill myself. Yep, so I just kill myself, and then when I spawn back, let's see where okay, over here. So when I spawn back, you can see my stuff is right there. But if your stuff is even on the other side of the map, this will still work. So what you do is you go over to the grave, you just place it down, and you click E to recover your corpse. Then I'll get everything that was in my body, including the armor and everything like that. So if you don't want to be searching for ages to find your dead corpses when you die, you can just use this mod to easily get your stuff back every time. Coming in number 2 is actually 3 mods that all do similar things. The Super Spyglass mod, the Dino Bars mod, and then the Awesome Spyglass mod. So first we'll go over the Super Spyglass mod. This is the most balanced one, and it's similar to Ark style. So what you do is you take it out and you just hover the crosshairs, the like yellow circle, over creatures. It will tell you their name, their level, their gender, their stats, including their health and torpor. It will also tell you their taming bar when you're taming them, so you can see from afar how close they are to getting tamed. And the little zeros you see next to the stats is the stats that have been pumped in. So this is only level 1, so here's a bad example. But if I go to this direwolf, you can see that for stamina, he's got 6 levels pumped into it. And that's, if they're on the left side, then it's wild stats, and on the right side is tame stats. So you can see how many levels you pumped in yourself as well as how many levels they got in the wild. So another thing that this Super Spyglass mod does is you can zoom in, just hold right click. You can zoom in like this. You can zoom in a lot further than the normal one. And there's also no weird black border around it. So that's really good as well. And it's learned at level 25. The normal Spyglass is learned at level 7. It doesn't cost any engram points. And I think, oh no, it costs more stuff. So it costs 10 cementing paste, 5 crystal, 5 hide, and 2 metal ingots. So this one is the most balanced for vanilla Ark. Next one doesn't add an item. You just press F5 on your keyboard. So this is the Dino Bars mod. And here you have all of these settings. I'm just going to click enable for wild dinos. And you can also do for tame dinos. And you can either do minimalistic or non-minimalistic, so normal. I'll show you normal first. So this also shows you the same thing as before with the awesome Spyglass, the Super Spyglass, but it will also tell you where the habitat is in the top right icon, and the one left to that is the diet. The Stego's diet is vegetables. And you can also see the gender, same as before, and their stats, not like what they've been pumped into, but the health and torpor. You can also see the level. For wild creatures, it'll be in yellow, a yellow box behind it. For tamed ones, it'll be green. Going back to the settings, the minimalistic mode just shows you the health and torpor bars, as you can see behind me. And there's view distance, how far away you have to be to see the creatures ones. With the first mod, the Super Spyglass, it can only do one creature at a time, but this one can do tons at a time, pretty much everything in your render distance, view distance. You can also change the opacity, so how much they're visible. And you can also change the size. One's probably the best size. And then there's the number format. So that would be with non-minimalistic mode. And then you can also change where they are. So if I add 500, that'll be more to the right of them. But I wouldn't use that really because it's good how it is. You can also change your main key for bringing these settings up. I just kept it at default F5. So the final mod, I'll just turn this off. The final mod in these 3 mods is the awesome Spyglass. So this it's like a combination of the two. You can see where all the creatures are, like with the Dino Bars mod, with these outlines. And the same thing that the Super Spyglass mod is in the top left this time. So it's more out of the way, since it's going to be on all the time. You just hover over things. And you can also use other items while you have this on, unlike the Super Spyglass mod. So yeah, there's the outlines. White is for wild, green is for tamed. Then I'll just punch one. Yellow is for running away. And then I'll just try and get Piranha. He's trying to run from me. But as you can see, he's red because he's trying to fight me. He's just kind of confused right now. Very confused. Yeah, he's glitched. I'll just go get this Stego from before. Came out the Stego. I just hit him. So as you can see, he's now in red, which means he wants to attack us. No, I wrestled passive. Oh no, now he's gonna kill everything. Okay. So it also tells you the awesome Spyglass mod. It will also tell you your location in the top left. It will tell you where you're facing. So this is east, northeast, north, northwest, west, southwest, south, and southeast. And next to that is your coordinates on the map. So if I just open my map, you'll see that the latitude is same as with the awesome Spyglass, what the awesome Spyglass is telling us, and also the longitude, which is the numbers after the latitude. So now for where it's learnt, what level it's learnt at. So it's the same as the normal Spyglass, which makes it easier to get than the Super Spyglass, and it costs all the same materials. This mod is the most useful one, but it's also the most overpowered mod. So depending on how easy you want the game to be, you can choose one of these 3 mods. Coming in number 1 is the HG Reloaded mod. This mod adds tons of stuff the most out of all these mods. So it adds some of the things that S Plus also adds that I showed before. So the automatic doors, the gates, and the demo gun, but not the pulling system. In this mod, both mods, this HD Reloaded and Structures Plus, have stackable foundations. Forgot to mention that before. So I'll go over the main stuff this mod adds. First I'll go over the items. So there's the HG Sedative, which decreases the hunger to 0 when a dino is sleeping. So this is very easy to quickly tame a dino when they're knocked out. And then there's a Healing Soup, which will just heal you. And then Hungry Soup, which will make you hungry. And then there's the XP Potion, will give you some experience. And then there's the HG Male Maker and Female Maker. So if you have a female dino, you can put this in its inventory and use it. Then it will become a male, same as with female. Then there's the Make Gender. So you can use this on stuff like rock drakes to give them genders and allow them to breed. This is the remating thing, which removes the cooldown that the creatures had from just mating. Then there's the Dino Speed Potion. It'll make them faster, but only for a certain amount of time. Then there's the Infinity one, so this will be forever. And then there's the Suicide Potion, which you can just drink to die. Then the Dino Kill, so it's like suicide for dinos, but you're the one killing them. And then there's the Dino Mind Wipe, which is like the Mind Wipe for players, but this one is for dinos, well, creatures, and it will reset all of their levels, so you can re-choose all of those levels. The Dino Imprint will give your dino 100% imprint. The Weight Potion, you'll get more weight. The Wake Up, and then the Cry Potion. HG Dino Armor, so this will give Griffins and Wyverns stuff that don't have armor. This will give them armor, 65 armor actually, that's pretty good. And then there's Wasteland Protection. On the Extinction map, when you go into the Wastelands you'll get hungry, a hunger debuff, but this will keep you from being affected by that. Then there's the Megalosaurus Daywalker, that's a funny name. And then it'll allow the Megalo to be awake and fully active during the day. Then there's the Scuba Mask. This does the same thing as the Crystal Clear mod, except this will only work when you're wearing it. The Crystal Clear mod is active all the time. Then you have the Infinity Grappling Hook, scissors, flares, spears, but they'll still break when you're using them. Oh what, my direwolf just died. I got revenge with the spear. Oh yeah, I see them. So you can throw them for infinity, but you can't use them for infinity. I'll just show you. No, don't run for me. They just kill my direwolf. So you can throw it, and they'll never go away. But if you use the melee, like this, they'll eventually break. They keep running from me. Okay, going back to the items. Next is the what was up to? I think the bowlers. So bowlers, they'll go forever. The parachute, infinity water jar, that's really useful. Then a random glasses skin, not skill. And then you have these pikes. I'm cumbered. Oh, I have 60 foundations. Okay, so I'll just show you what these do. First one is the poison pike. This will add torpor to things, so it's good for knocking things out. Then there's the fire pike. This will add the inflamed debuff to creatures. Not the one when you use the torch. I think the one when you, like the Wyverns attack. So you can do a lot of damage with that. And then there's the ice pike, which stops things from sprinting. So that's also very useful. And then there's the primitive long neck rifle, and then there's the Tranker bullet. For some reason you use it with a rifle, which is a bit weird. So this is the final item that I'll be showing you. So this is really good for knocking stuff out. I'll use this with my awesome spyglass. So I'll just find something, I'll just use these parasols. So you shoot them, and it does tons of torpor. Oh, where'd he go? It does more torpor than a usual trank bullet, and trank dart, I mean. And you can also rapid fire, so this is very good for knocking things out. And now that the items are done, I'll go over the structures. So first of all, the campfire. It has more slots and faster cooking speed. The feeding trough, it has the same spoil time as a fridge, but you can't put anything in it. Only like the stuff you'd feed your dinos, so meat and berries and stuff. And also has a bigger range. And then there's the water well. You can place this anywhere and you'll get water. So what you use it for is you put in canteens. I just use this up. For some reason it won't let me. But you can just fill up your canteens and water skins for eternity in there. Then there's the hydrant. You connect pipes to it. You can also connect it anywhere and get free water. Then there's the mini things. So there's the mini vault, fabricator, grinder, industrial forge, and replicator. There's also a few more. So what these do, they also have more slots and are wireless. So you don't need outlets all the time. If you have wires near them, then they'll be powered. Then there's the pearl converter. You can make silica pearls just by using stone. I have some stone, so you can just make that. Then there's also the black pearls, which need obsidian. Then there's the crystal changer. You can make these gems, the ones from Aberration, by using crystal and unique things. So green gems will need chitin, blue gems will need oil, and red gems will need congealed gas balls. Then you have the egg incubator. You put eggs on it and they'll be at the right temperature. The egg collector. The kibble bench, which helps you to make kibble. You can make all these kibbles a lot easier. There's the HG seed crafter. This allows you to make a lot of seeds pretty easily. And then there's the tribute terminal. This allows you to spawn in bosses by not being at the obelisk, so you don't have to be in the arena and all that. You can just do it like next to your base, but you probably shouldn't do that. You can like make your own little arena, so it's a lot easier to take down the bosses. Then there's the Dinocon, which also acts as the which also acts like the obelisk. You can upload your creatures to it and stuff like that. So you can upload your creatures here, and also upload your survivor. So those are my top 10 most useful mods to make Ark easier. If you enjoyed or found it helpful, don't forget to give it a like, and also make sure to be subscribed to the channel so that you don't miss any future top 5 mod videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.